Hey there, my Leo Collective. Welcome to my channel, TWINfiniteocean Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a Serenity Healing Tarot spread. Kind of get to the bottom of maybe some things that need healing, some advice from Spirit of like ways to help with your healing journey, things you may not have identified before, that type of thing. I'm going to start by pulling from this Luminal Spirits Oracle, see if we can get something for you here. We've got Salamander. And first off, what I get from this is, you know how a lot of the tarot cards for fire are represented with the salamander, because the salamander supposedly keeps you from getting burned by fire. So let's see if that has anything to do with what this card represents. And it's on page 89. Okay, so it says the little water dragon symbolizes vitality, bravery, courage, renewal, growth, and spiritual pursuits. In alchemical lore, the salamander is believed to be a fire eater and able to quench flames with its body, emerging unscathed. When trapped or injured, it is able to shed and regrow a whole tail and limbs. Its regenerative abilities, combined with its often bright and fiery markings, give the salamander a reputation for being feisty, vivacious, and enduring. It brings life and light to dark and cold places. Messages. The salamander says it's time to summon your courage and be bold. You've got this. Despite suffering a loss, you will recover. Give yourself the time and space to heal. Find your inner fire. But makes your heart beat faster and passion flow through your veins. Kindle this flame and it will get you through difficult times. Yeah, it's like the card had said, despite suffering a loss, you will recover. Give yourself the time and space to heal. So maybe you're needing to take the time and the space in order to heal. Maybe you've been going, trying to take care of like everyday worldly things, and you haven't really taken time to yourself. And lean on the salamander, because the salamander goes right along with Leo because it's fire sign. Let's see what your foundation is here. What's the barrier? Advice on how to move forward. What you can do to help others. What you can do to help yourself. Okay. That's too many, Spirit. Just one at a time. Okay. And lessons can be learned from the situation. Okay. Alright, so the foundation of the reading, it's saying that right now you could be in defense mode. Like the wounded warrior, you've been through a lot. The collective I'm reading for is probably older. They've probably fought a lot in this life just to make it. What I'm getting from this is it's time to let the guard down, because you're blocking yourself from blessings that are coming towards you because you're so defensive. Maybe you've been through something where you lack trust for other people, and that's understandable. But as long as you set some firm boundaries, everything will be okay. You've just got to make sure to love yourself enough to say no. And your barrier is the sun. So it's almost like the sun is trying to shine on you, and this being the Leo card, it's the happiest card in the tarot deck, right? It's the sun, it's enlightenment, it's seeing the truth, it's bathing in the heat and the warmth, right? So it's your barrier right now because possibly you're not sure where your happiness lies in the moment. It could also be that you're so defensive, that you're so guarded, that you go into a room and you're too busy watching what everybody else is doing. Because I know, like, people that have PTSD or people that have been through a lot of trauma in their lives, they spend most of their time, like, analyzing the world around them. And so they miss what's, like, right in front of them because they're too busy trying to prepare for, like, the next shoe to drop. So that could be keeping you from your happiness. Now, advice on how to move forward is the Queen of Swords. And for me, this is all about getting back to the place to where you feel comfortable speaking your truth, setting healthy boundaries, cutting off things that you know are bad for you, cutting off people that you know are just negative, that are influencing your vibrational level, that type of thing. What you can do to help others, we have the Chariot here. And for me, this is about, you can help others by being an example, by sharing your message with others, by getting in the Chariot and moving forward. And basically letting people know that your fuel was stemmed from not only positive but negative as well. Like, how did the negative experiences affect your life, and how did it turn into something that's positive, that can change the world, that can change humanity, that can help humanity? Because the Chariot is led by the white and the black horse, so that's shadow and light. And transmutation of the energies in order to propel yourself forward. So that's how you can help others. It can also be, you can help others move. You can help others by giving good energy. You can help others by giving back and just putting that effort forward. Now, what you can do to help yourself is this High Priestess here. And the High Priestess, she's very in tune with divinity. She's very in tune with spirit. Her intuition is what guides her and rules her. But also with the High Priestess too, she doesn't talk much about what she's doing. She keeps it to herself. She's very secretive. And so, but at the same time, very knowledgeable. So either there's a person in your life like this that could help you, guide you into more of like spiritual practices or things like that, or there's some kind of wisdom that can be obtained by leaning on spirit and your own intuition. Maybe getting more in tune with spirit itself will help to guide you forward. And out of 6 cards, 4 of your cards are major arcana. So this right here, whatever this healing is, it could have stemmed from childhood. It's going to be like a major propelling of your life forward. And the lessons you can take from this, or what you can learn from this situation, is the Judgment card. Taking stock every now and again is what I'm getting of your feelings and emotions towards certain situations. A lot of time we are too busy to even feel things sometimes because we don't have the time, or we feel we don't have the time to cry. We feel we don't have the time to grieve. We feel we don't have the time to look at those places within ourselves that really have been a hindrance to us, but we still have to keep going, right? So the Judgment card is here to remind us that there's grace and there's time for you to go back and look at situations and really feel the pain of what was done to you. And this in turn will like help you to rise up, help you to move forward, help you to come out from like a dead-like state. Because sometimes, because we don't acknowledge pains and hurts and things like that, we become very numb. And we don't feel anything at all, whether it be good, bad, or whatever. So we're stuck in this like numb state because we don't have the time, or so we think, to heal. But yet at the same time, we can watch YouTube videos, we can watch TV, we can drink, we can go to the bars, we can hang out with friends, but we don't take the time to really work on our own self, you know, and that's the most important thing. And in order to find this happiness, you're going to have to come to a place where you give yourself the permission to feel the things that possibly you haven't felt since childhood. Let's see. What is this Nine of Wands about? The Eight of Cups. Yeah. You're defensive because in a lot of places in your life, people have walked away from you. People that you loved. Or put you in the position to where you had to walk away from them. So, like I said, the 9 is all about all those traumas, all the pains, all the time people left you. So this could be an abandonment issue. This could be something, like I said, that's very traumatic. But because you've kind of pushed things down and pushed things down and pushed things down, you're not truly facing the pain. And so you can't have the happiness either, you know. It's kind of kept you in this state of like, okay, if it happens, it happens. I've done, it is what it is. Okay. Okay, so the advice for the Sun is this Ace of Cups, like showing love to yourself, giving love to that child that once was mistreated, or the person that was mistreated, giving that love back to yourself. Whereas what I'm thinking is in the past, you've given all your love and all of your energy to others and didn't get it back in return from the person that you wanted it to come back from. So what I'm saying is, like, in order to feel this happiness again, you're going to have to not only open up the heart chakra again, really feed your self-love, really be mindful of the things that you intake into yourself, the things that you give yourself, the things that you fill yourself up with. And I think because there's a lot of red here, especially with the salamander and these as well, there could be some sacral chakra issues or root chakra issues that you could address. And a lot of what I've told a lot of other people is whatever chakra you're working on, there's colors that are associated with them. So if you want to remove blockages, you can start to eat like orange and red fruits or vegetables. And then with the heart chakra, you can start eating a lot of green stuff. And it helps to clear out any blockages. So the advice on how to move forward is set your boundaries and don't be so forthcoming to share your love. With the Princess of Cups here, this is like very small, like start things very small when it comes to love. Set boundaries very firmly, learn to say no. Don't give everything of yourself right away. Just give somebody basically what they give to you, what they show you. The more that you can trust a person, the more you can rely on a person, the more you can open that heart back up to them, or the more you can give to the situation. And it's not saying like, oh, be greedy or manipulative or anything like that. It's just basically saying, like, don't give all of yourself to a person that wouldn't give you anything. And how you can help others is, like I said, with this Chariot, and it's clarified by this Three of Swords. It's showing other people that you've been in the place of being really hurt. You've gone through things that probably a lot of people have not gone through. I mean, everybody goes through something, though, and you can't discredit how big or small or whatever. Everybody has pain. But a lot of people, they let the pain cripple them. They let the pain make them feel unworthy. That they let the pain, like, simmer under the surface and never really address it. So what I'm saying is how you can help other people is to show them, like, yes, I've been hurt and this is what I've been through, but I got up and I kept moving. I transmuted the energy and it was fuel to my fire. And that's what got this Chariot moving. And so that's what's going to help other people, is leading through example. And then what you can do to help yourself with this High Priestess. Let's see what clarifies it. Okay. We've got the Emperor. Yeah. The Emperor is the boss type of energy. He's in control of things. He he can run businesses. He can, so maybe what you can do to help yourself is start a metaphysical practice, start a metaphysical business. But what I'm also getting from this is taking the boat, taking the light and the dark, because the high priestess is normally pretty light, and the emperor, not necessarily dark, but very strict and rigid and in control of things. So what's going to help you is maybe setting a set schedule for yourself, changing your diet, something that you can do on a routine in order to help change the situation, help you to get more grounded, to help you get more fire, help you to move forward. that rigidity might help you to realign, like your like put yourself first for once in your life, and take the time to take care of you, because a lot of people are walking around very wounded, hurt individuals, and then we wonder why there's so much crime. We wonder why there's so much negativity. We wonder why people are in the state that they're in. It's because not only were they not shown grace, they weren't shown how to love, they weren't shown how to connect to the divine and how to get in the flow of abundance. And it's because we've been confined into a very rigid society where money rules everything, and what you have is quote unquote what you are. And that's so against like spirituality and connection with source, because the birds don't worry. They're not out there dressed in suits, they're not out there trying to show off to you or show off to the other birds unless they're trying to mate, but other than that, they're not really doing that kind of stuff. So they don't have to put on a show to be something other than who they are. Like, who they are is love. What they are is life, and that's the way we should be living. But society has made us into like programmed individuals who go by what we've been told. So now is the time to really invest in yourself and change those things and really start living for you instead of what other people think of you. Okay, so with the Judgment and the Three of Wands, this is all about lessons you can learn from the situation. Is don't wait any longer for your happiness. A lot of people sit here at this dock waiting for that ship to come in. They don't take the time to get in alignment with the things that they want. Like, if you want love, you've got to give it. And you've got to feel it. Because a lot of people are like, well, I've done this for somebody, I've done that for somebody, and it's never come back to me. But what you're expecting is for it to come back from that person that you're speaking of. It's not the way it works. There's times in your life that you've been blessed that you're not accounting for, that were the even flow of that. And that negative thinking can stop the blessings at the door. And sitting here waiting for something to come reach down and grab you from the sky, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen the way you think that it was happen, or you're not going to see it because you've been programmed another way. So my advice is to make a plan, stick with it, and walk towards your happiness, your divine. Because we've got a lot of yellow here too. And yellow is happiness and joy. It's all about getting back to that joyful state. And you wonder why, like the Three of Cups, why is it yellow? Why would it be yellow? Because pain is what moves us. If something hurts, we pull away, right? If something hurts, we cringe, or something like that. It causes a reaction. So this is the root. This is the cause, and then the sun is the effect. So you can't have light without dark, or you wouldn't understand the two. So this is all about making a judgment call of your life and saving yourself from this place of not feeling. And this might not be for you. If it doesn't resonate, only take what resonates for you. But the collective I'm reading for is kind of shut down on an emotional level. or in general, period. Like, they don't feel pain, they don't feel hurt, they're just numb. This is a very numb collective. And in order to get into a place to where you can feel the sun when it comes out again, or to even recognize the sun when it comes around, you're going to have to be in a very mindful state. You're going to have to get back to your true essence of being. I'm going to pull a couple or just one from the Starseed Oracle to close it out. I hope you got something from this. Hopefully it helps in some way. We have Lost Lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Yeah. The person that I'm talking to has been through it. You could be a very old soul. You could have lived this life before. And if not lived this life, you have definitely lived this cycle quite a few times. You've ran around that mountain thinking there's a different result. You know what the definition of that is insanity, right? So this Lost Lands, I feel like you're like 1 foot in and 1 foot out all the time. You're kind of in a lost place. And so what this is for you to, as a reminder, is you've done this before. You've got this. You've made it. Every time you've fallen, you've gotten back up. And who do you credit that to? Yourself, right? Because people will fail you. Because they have their own stuff that they have going on. They've got to get themselves up off the floor themselves. So this is remembering that you've done this before. And the collective I'm talking to, especially with the High Priestess here, has some sort of spiritual gift that they can share with other people. So it's all about getting back in tune, getting in alignment with your chakras, just in balance in general, grounded, loving. So that way you can remember the gifts from whether it be past lives or even just the repetitive cycles you've been through. Meditation, they also have like a lot of meditations to help you tap into past life energy if you're interested in that, to see maybe memories from other lifetimes, or just remembering the gifts that you do have on a spiritual level. Well, I hope you got something from this. I love you guys to the moon, stars, and Mars. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel already, and be like the salamander. You know, put out the fires where they sit right now, you know. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. I'm done rambling. Bye.